Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited to have you. I'm tuning into you live from Frederick, Colorado. Please, at any time, reach out. This is a live video broadcast on Facebook. We'll be playing it over and over again, I'm sure, on YouTube as well at TTT RV or at RVs Inside Out. As usual, I love to start my RVs from the inside out. So today we'll be covering the Transit and the Sprinter EKKOs. So right now we're going to start off with the 2023, or 2024 actually. This is the Ford Transit EKKO. This is the pop top version made by Winnebago. And I want to just kind of like gloss over the fact that we're not going to have all of the differentiation here, but we're going to really do our best to kind of show you some of the benefits of each product. So now that we're going to go ahead and start, I like to start my RV videos from the inside out. So first and foremost, here in the back is where we'll see one of the differences. The beds are about 4 inches shorter, so 76 inches full length in this rear compartment here. And then up here in the top right hand corner, you'll note that we have a cable and an outlet plug here. So if you wanted to mount a TV, this is actually a port that you would be able to run all of your things up onto the roof for. You'll also note that we have a fan back here, and we also have our air conditioner here in the back. Now, of course, one of the things that you'll note about this coach is that this is a pop top. So I want to show you the similarities in both of these coaches. We have an 85-inch deep pop top. It's 51 inches across if you use a measuring tape. So if you can take a look up here, this is a ton of sleeping space. This coach gives you plenty of room to have your grandkids, your friends. If you just want to have a nice starlit night, you can do that here as well. A great amount of space here in the pop top. So both the Ford Transit and the Sprinter van are available with pop tops. So we'll show you that today. Today we're also looking at the Verdant interior. So when Nick comes down here, I'm going to show you some of the differences with the setup. But one of the important features we want to talk about is we're going to be able to show you both Juniper and Verdant interior. So the Verdant's going to have kind of a sage green color to it. In this setup, I've got it set up with the table. This would be a great desktop if you wanted to do some work from inside of your coach. This would be a nice place to be able to do some work. And then also you'll note that we have this nice table here. And then Nick, if you wouldn't mind, just step back. I want to show this setup here with the table out. For those of you that have little ones, you'll note that we have 2 forward-facing seats here with 3-point seat belts. So this is a nice feature. Another thing I want to cover is the fact that when we have this table turned around, pretty easy to have 3 people eating. You do need to use this extension to bring you up to the same height. Another difference to talk about is that you'll see in this seat we have a cloth covered seat as opposed to a leatherette seat, which is what you'll find in the Mercedes-Benz chassis. This coach is without the entertainment package. So as you can see here, you've got your netting. You still have your nice LED light up above. You've got your 110 outlets, your USB ports, all of this track here if you wanted to hang an iPad or some hooks that maybe had some pots and pans. Great storage in both of these coaches. And then of course we also have our curtain for up front in both the Mercedes-Benz product and in the Ford product. In both products we'll have these windows that open and close both for day and night as well. So that's a great feature. The carry capacity on this coach as it sits equipped is just over 1,500 pounds. Difference between this and the Mercedes-Benz chassis, the Mercedes-Benz is going to be just over 1,000 pounds of carry capacity. So we're going to go ahead and start. We do a lot of videos here at Transwest. We actually come to you live 5 times a week. We do 1 RV video, 1 truck video, and 1 trailer video. But today's focus is really going to be just in the compare and contrast of the products themselves. So this is the Verdant exterior with the delete graphics. And then over here on the right, we have the Verdant exterior without the graphics delete. So this is what one of our first Spreco client called this the Epcot effect. Definitely looks like the Epcot effect, but a really nice chassis here. And one of the things we want to talk about here with this Ford chassis is this is a 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 engine. And one of the nice features about this coach is its low profile, easy entry, very, very car-like driving experience. As you can see, this is very low to the ground, easy to get to. In both cases, when you when you close your door and lock it, your gas tank is locked. But keep in mind, this is going to be a gas engine, and this coach is going to have 310 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. So one of the things that I think, you know, it's important to talk about is I've actually had a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. I bought my Sprinter and turned it into a camper in 2014. The Sprinter van is a little higher up off the ground, it's a little taller. So for those of you that are looking for something to go from place to place, maybe you've got some in-laws that live in Michigan and you're from, you know, Florida, however it might be, if you're looking to spend a lot of time on the road and this is going to be a convenient place for you to be able to stop and pull off and camp, this is a very highway oriented vehicle. This is going to be more of a roadworthy vehicle, less of an off-road vehicle. There are a lot of people that are modifying their coach to try to get their EKKOs to be better off-road capacity. I think you'll find that's just kind of a standard thing in the Sprinter chassis. Now, one thing I want to just cover while we've got this open, you'll note that these are going to be manual seats. So there's a pull release in the front. That's going to be to put the seat forward and back. That little yellow lever is to actually release it so you can turn the seats around like we had them turned around in the first shot. And then you'll note here that we have power door locks, power windows, automatic headlights. We also have a really, really nice touch control on the steering column. So you've got automatic distance control. You've also got a rear view backup camera in both of these coaches. One of the differences between the two products is that's a standard rear view mirror, which is great for me doing my lip gloss. It's not so great to see at the back, of course, because there's no rear window. So in the Mercedes case, you'll find that that's actually a camera. So the rear view monitor actually looks like you can see from behind. In both cases, you've got these great mirrors. This is really the mirror that's going to show you who's next to you when you're changing lanes, where this is going to be more on the peripheral, so this is going to be closer, this is a longer view. But one of the differences between the Transit chassis and the Mercedes chassis, and this is some of the stuff I wanted to cover today, and please keep in mind, you've got to confirm with your dealer the equipment levels on this car. There's always chassis delete items that happen between both Ford and Mercedes, so you want to confirm that all of these features, for instance, the blind spot assist, which is what this is for. If you want to make sure you have a blind spot assist integrated into your side mirror on your Ford Transit chassis, just confirm that you have it. But that is one of the differences between the Mercedes-Benz chassis and the Ford chassis. Another nice feature on this coach that's also a difference, though, is that this is an Onan quiet gas 2800 generator. So this generator is a gas power generator, whereas on the Mercedes-Benz it will be a propane powered 2500. Also on this coach, you can see right next to where we have the whale pump here, this is going to be the pump that we use to pump out your 50 gallons of gray water. That is the pump that goes from the shower and also to the drain from the sink. We have our lithium-ion battery. In this coach to the right of us, we actually have the lithium-ion battery pack with the generator delete, so you can do both of those things. In all of these products, we're going to have the same system here for the cassette toilet. Let me go ahead and pop this off. So this cassette toilet is really nice. This is a 5-gallon cassette. One of the benefits that you're going to have with this cassette is, first and foremost, if you are at a truck stop, if you're at a girlfriend's house, wherever it might be, this is really easy just to take, twist, and dump. So very simple to operate, very lightweight, and honestly, black water is the thing that makes you move in a campground first and foremost anyway, so no big deal. All 4 of these will have that cassette. All 4 will have 51 gallons of gray water, and all 4 will have a 50-gallon freshwater tank. So this is going to be an exhaust fan here for your heat. This is going to be for your 30-amp plug-in. And then this little guy here is going to be for an extendable solar array. So you'll have that on both products, nice on the outside. You also have this very convenient tall water bay here. So this is a great feature to this coach. As you can see, it's got instructions for dry camping, for city water, to winterize. Everything is set up so that it tells you where you need to have your knobs turned so you know what you're doing. We've got the shower connect out here. We also have the water fill up here, a nice place to hang a washcloth or maybe a towel so you can keep your hands clean. And then your gray tank drain is right here. The other thing I want to talk about that's consistent for all of these products is this is the most weatherproof coach available on the open marketplace. So all of your tanks are not heated, they're actually inside of the coach. The only drains that you'll find coming out of this coach are coming out from the bottom, but any of your storage tanks are actually encased in this very thick foam, and this is going to be throughout the entire coach. The other thing that's really nice about this is in 2023, Winnebago went to a system where when you lock these doors, they go to a solid lock so you know when they're closed. A difference between the EKKO in the Sprinter chassis and the Ford Transit chassis is going to be the storage garage. So you'll note here, you've got about a 4.5, 5-inch shelf on the left here. You've got a pretty wide mouth, a little more floor space. In the Mercedes-Benz chassis, this area is 4 inches longer. So you actually have 4 more inches in the bed up top and also 4 more inches in the gear garage. But in both of these coaches, you'll see that we have all of the nice features. We've got these big durable bumpers. We've got our ladder that gets to the top. You've got your LED headlights. Both of these coaches are going to be all-wheel drive. So both of them are going to have an awning that's 13 feet long. And both of them are also going to have the ability to be illuminated. So you can see that you have your illuminated awning here as well. And then one of the things that's nice about this particular coach, so we're really very lucky in that we get to show you everything today. So here's our Truma system. This is going to be propane powered. You're going to have 40 gallons of propane. Of course, these are separate tanks. They have an overflow valve so you can run both at the same time or run them individually. And then as you can see, you can just remove the entire tank, take it and have it filled, or have someone bring you a replacement. But outside you'll see that we have this really nice awning light. So if you wanted to use this quick connect in either one of these and have a outdoor fire pit experience, you could certainly do that. And then one of the things I thought was so cool that we're able to bring to you today, and of course we know that this outdoor barbecue setup is only going to be in the coach that does not have the pop top. But as you can see, we have our outdoor setup here. There we go. So this is something that you're only going to find available to you in the Transit chassis. And what's so nice about this Dometic setup is you've got, again, access here to your gas. You have your collapsible sink here. You have your outdoor cooking area. So everything that you would like to have inside is also available to you outside. And then you'll note here, both of these coaches have this really fantastic screen door. Why do I say this screen door is so fantastic? Well, let me show you. So I'm going to go in here quick and close this on Nick. But one of the things that's so nice about this coach is that I can actually go in here, close this. I can close and lock this portion. And then there's also a deadbolt in here. So I'm able to deadbolt this door, keep the door open so I've got all the fresh air coming through. And I can have the puppy inside nice and safe. Now again, we're going to cover just a little bit of the back here since we've already gone through some of the aspects of this coach. One of the things we'll want to keep note of is where the refrigerator's placed. So right now we're going to be looking at the overhead shot of our solar capacity on this coach. We're up above right now. Okay, so it's pretty cool. We're able to actually come in with a drone photo. So we're going to have 455 watts of solar on top of this coach, 2 170 watt panels, and then one 115 watt panel. Whereas between this coach and the Mercedes-Benz chassis, we're going to have 530 watts on the chassis next door, and we're going to have, that'll be two 215 watt panels and then one 110 watt panel. But in this bedroom, you'll note that this doorway is just a little bit more narrow. And again, for someone who's taller, this coach, the beds are not 80 inches or 76 inches, but you're going to have the same refrigerator and freezer in both of these with a separate freezer compartment up top. Super nice. Little cheese tray at the top, veggie drawer down below, place to keep all of your Rocky Mountain Coors Light. And then in both of these, we're going to have this really cool setup where you can see this is going to be the dry bath portion of it. And then I do have the shower set up as well on the last coach we'll look at, which is going to be the pop-top Mercedes Spreco. Now in this configuration, you'll note that I took the table out. So there's no table here. For the stand-up table, it is removable. And then I also put this table up as well. So if you did have somebody in a rear-facing rear-facing baby seat, you would be able to fit both of those here. Another thing to mention to you is going to be that we have a microwave oven here. So this is a Greystone microwave oven. In the Spreco, you're going to have a convection oven. The other difference is going to be that this is your countertop in the EKKO. You'll note that we have the Suburban dual burner cooktop, in this case both inside and outside. Plenty of storage down below. We also have our water filter. Little pantry storage here. These are adjustable shelves as well. And then nice drawer storage here. These are nice wide drawers. Oh, and then this is for your max air. Another thing worth mentioning is that your air conditioning unit in both of the Ford Transit chassis is going to be in the bedroom. So for those of you that are buying this coach to work from the road, this might be a better coach. This might be a coach where you could run your AC, close the curtain between the bedroom and the front, keep it nice and cool in here, and also still be able to work without having to hear the air conditioning with the Zoom call going on overhead. That might be a difference for you. You might prefer the Mercedes chassis if you're going to be doing a lot of boondocking or off-grid camping, a little more rugged off-terrain type of vehicle. And then again, the air conditioner is actually in the front, not in the bedroom, so a little quieter for you to sleep. So you'll note up here, we've got a little more room. This is a great place to keep a toaster oven and a coffee maker. And then as I mentioned earlier, we've got all that solar up top. We've got our 2,000 watt inverter. And then we also have, again, those lighted awnings on both of these coaches. Very, very nice feature. So now here as we come over to the Mercedes-Benz chassis, on the non-pop-top version, 1,200 pounds of carry capacity. You'll notice here a little different material, so kind of a leatherette finish, if you will. You'll also note that we have like a lumbar support. It's not like a lumbar support. We have lumbar support. It's pneumatic, so it has air that goes more and less and then higher and lower, so you can change the height from where that's displaying. And then also you'll see here we've got our diesel fill station, which once again, when you close this door, it will go ahead and lock along with the coach. You'll note here we have really cool like rotary dial lights. Like, oh Nick, do you want me to put some air conditioning on you right now? We're both cooking out here. It's nice and hot here in Colorado today. Adjustable steering column. One of the things that's different here, so we had a regular transmission and the other where you had kind of the manual control. Here you've got stock control up here and then wiper control and then paddle shifters here to be able to downshift and upshift on this coach. Now keep in mind, this one has 211 horsepower, 332 foot-pounds of torque, and this is a diesel turbo injected engine. So some of the benefits of turbo, of course, are going to be that at the higher altitudes, you'll get a similar type of performance. And on that note of higher altitudes, something I definitely want to make mention of, the Truma system has been tested to work up to 9,000 feet. Here in Colorado, we've got a bunch of 14,000 foot peaks. Please keep in mind, it might not be a bad idea for you to have a good old-fashioned heater, like plug-in electric heater and generator, maybe some wood and some matches in case you want to barbecue, because you may not be able to use all of those heating systems that you're accustomed to in your RV when you get up and over 11,000 feet. So just a little mental note there. On the Sprinter chassis, we have the really nice step bars. The reason we have these is because this is definitely a little higher up. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, you've never heard me say this, but if you have, Winnebago makes 75% of their products. So the e-coating that they do here to prevent rust perforation is fantastic. These little guys here to tether your puppy, your boyfriend, or your cooler to are just fantastic. So really nice feature there. And then from a storage capacity, we've got our additional room here for a second battery if you would like. And then we also still have the same setup here with our whale pump. So this is again your gray water pump. You've got your cassette toilet, and then as I mentioned earlier, you've got an LP gas generator, and this is a 2500 quiet gas generator, but it's LP as opposed to regular gas. In both of these coaches, you'll note that we have very nice wheel upgrades. So here you can see these great hand cooks over here on the Transit. As you can see, these are not nearly as knobby or as aggressive as you find over here on your Mercedes-Benz tires. And again, this is going to be a coach for those of you that are looking to have more of an off-road experience. You've got knobbier tires, you've got a nice aftermarket off-road capacity wheel. And then again, this is going to be the Verdant exterior, and then this is with the optional Batwing. And again, a nice lighted area. Very similar setup here in your water bay. The valve configuration's a little different without the dials. I do like the dials in the Transit chassis, but your gray tank drains right here. High fill for your water, very easy to use. Still a nice place to hang up some of your towels. And then here in the back, this gear garage, as I mentioned earlier, is definitely an improvement over the last year. So now I'm sure that you all know Nick has been doing our video for us. He's on a summer vacation from Texas A&M. But for those of you who've been missing Jody, we just wanted to have a little cameo today to let you know there's a ton of extra cargo capacity in here. Jody's showing off. Jody, how many friends do you think you could have in here?
I'd probably put 3 or 4 friends in.
3 or 4 friends in here. So if y'all wanted to get out of the rain, watch the kids' soccer game, have a pop, sit in the back, eat some chips. As you can see, Jody's got a nice seat here in the back of the Mercedes-Benz chassis. It's about 15 inches instead of 5 inches, so quite a bit more room. You could also probably still fit an e-bike. Jody, we miss you. Come back and visit us soon. Thanks very much for making the cameo today. Don't worry, folks. We're not going to cook him. So over here, you'll see we have a 5,000-pound towing capacity on both of these coaches. And then again, nice access to the roof of these coaches. It was such a blessing to be able to show you all that solar on top. But this rear view camera is a Mercedes-Benz feature. The camera is really cool. This actually will integrate into the rear view dash camera. So this coach does not have a blind spot assist feature, but you actually have a rear view camera, so you can actually see that you've cleared the vehicle next to you. Both of these RVs are going to have MOLLE panel on them. This is a great place for carabiners to hang bike helmets, any kind of apparatus, barbecue utensils. But in both of these cases, you have these really nice little attachments that you can put in the C channel, and it comes to all 4 corners all the way around. So you have it in the very sides, all the way down the front, in the back, and on the top. This is again another heated compartment. You're going to have your little push lights here, so great for illumination if you need to be able to see when you're getting unloaded at night. These trays are removable, but again, this whole entire back area is insulated, and with these tie downs, you can really use it to tie down your bikes, your paddle boards, surfboards, whatever it is that you might have. And again, this is such a weatherproof coach. It's got such thick manufacturing to it. And as mentioned, we have our awning out. We still have the ability to have our quick connect, and then our 40 gallons of LP. This one's a little sticky. There we go. So really nice setup here. Once again, both are powered by Truma. And then you'll note that here in either the Sprinter van chassis with the pop top or without, you cannot have the outdoor kitchen. So only available in the non-pop top Ford Transit chassis. So for those of you that are interested in that feature, that's the coach for you. But in that you don't have that here, you do have some nice extra storage. And then again, some more nice extra storage. And then again, we have another one of these really handy little step pads with the little hooks on the side. And as you can see, very easy to get into, but certainly a little higher up off the ground than what you have had in the past in that Ford Transit. So step configuration is a little different. Ease of access is also a little different. I'll tell you, the ground clearance on your generator exhaust is 14 inches. So for those of you, again, that are looking to get a little more off-road, this is definitely your coach. And so again, let's talk a little bit about the differences here in this bedroom. In all of these, you're going to have this great setup here in the back where you've got his and hers nightstands, or his and his, however you do it. But you got all the room for all your stuff on either side. You've got these big opening windows, day and night shades in both. But as I mentioned earlier, you're not going to have your air conditioner in here. You do have your cable connect and your 110s over here. So if you want to run something out to the roof of this coach and have a TV mounted here in this back area, you're welcome to do so. Drawer storage here underneath. And then I have heard a lot of people put little pull-out drawers in here and make drawer space. It's set up as a hanging space right now. And in this case, it's holding the table leg. So I have the configurations on these coaches all set up differently, just so we can see how each of them work without having to transform them on TV. But as you can see here, again, nice wet bath. This toilet is on a swivel. So if you're looking for a little more leg room, you're going to get that here in this Mercedes-Benz chassis. The other big difference that I want to bring to your attention is that we've moved the refrigerator. So we have a cabinet right here with 3 shelves in it. We have that nice round sink instead of the square sink that you saw next door. And then you'll notice there's no cooktop. That is because this cooktop is the true induction cooktop. And if you watch a lot of my videos, you all know that I have a sister to this product. I have the Newmar Superstar. It has a removable true induction cooktop. I take it outside and cook French toast for the kids all the time. She just made it to Emporia, Kansas without me today. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up. We're gonna do a little camping next weekend in Estes Park. But here's your countertop extension. So for those of you who like to prep food, this is a really cool thing. A little extra room goes a long way when you're trying to make stuff. So you can cover this entire area here, right? And you can have your true induction parked outside. You have all of this kitchen prep space. And again, super easy to convert this into that extra kitchen space. And still another drawer, so 3 drawers in this as opposed to 2. They're a little bit deeper on the top shelf than they are on the other. Oh, come on now. Really? It's kind of like that water hose that always gets like kinked like right behind the lawn chair or something when you're trying to put it away. All right, so get those all closed up. Again, underneath your counter, you're going to have a nice water filter once again. Your water pump switch is right here. Great location for it. Again, you're going to have the screens. And then one of the things I really like about these windows, and I'll show you on this one. So when you open these windows, there's a few different things that you can do. So first of all, you could open the window. Oh, door's in the way. Let me just... Do you think I can do it? No, I gotta pull it from the outside. There we go. So you could open this all the way. Oh, there it is. Or you could actually close it. And instead of closing it completely, there's a little spot right here where you can close it most of the way, but it's right here in between, so it's still open. And then you can close your screen and have no bugs and fresh air in your coach while you're gone without having to worry about someone getting in through. Well, if you got anybody in through this window, they'd have to be pretty little. But you can do a lock all the way on this portion, or you can do lock a little way right here. And I think that that's so nice. Now, a little more storage again up top. Winnebago brochures. You got your little puck lights all over the place. We might turn the battery light. Turn the battery on, Katie. Okay, so as we mentioned earlier, refrigerator has moved from here to here. It's the same refrigerator, 5.3 cubic feet. But you'll note that above your refrigerator, in this case, you have your thermostat, your Xantrex converter, or your Xantrix control system, and then also your Zamp solar charging panel here. Of course, the flying W is to hang a raincoat, your jacket, some dog leashes, whatever it is that you might have that you need. And then the other difference with this coach is going to be really here in the front. So again, we're going to have, instead of blind spot assist, a rear view camera built into our mirror. So as you can see, as you're driving down the road, you can see what's behind you. The other thing about this coach, the interior of this is, again, for probably somebody who's taller, you could extend this seat and make it longer. The headroom in the Mercedes chassis is always a little bit more. So if you are one of those tall fellows, the Mercedes-Benz Spreco is probably going to be your best fit. If you are on the more petite side and you're doing, again, more of like a road caravan, less off-roading, maybe a better fit with the Transit, it's going to be a little more peppy, a little more torque, a little more horsepower, and also a lower profile. So handles a little bit better in those more urban areas. So certainly that would be a better fit there. Both would do fine in either place, but getting off the beaten path, you may be able to get into a few places you couldn't get in that Transit. In both cases, the chairs turn completely around. We're going to see it in the next one over, but I wanted to show to you here, this configuration is the configuration where you have the forward-facing seat with the 3-point seat belt. I have the desk up. We'll see it down in the next configuration, and we've turned this into a bench. I want you to keep in mind, though, the tabletop that you'll see in the next van can fit right here. We can move all of these cushions around, and this can be a sleeping area. So with being able to sleep at least 2 in the back, you could sleep another 1 to 2 folks here. And then there's that cab inflatable bed that you can put here in the front. You could really sleep 4 people pretty comfortably in this coach without having the kids sleeping with each other. So you could have one child here, and then the adults in the back. And then of course next door, when we get to the pop top, you could also you could sleep 6. So again, very nice coaches. Both of these are great opportunities. This coach has something a lot of people like a lot. This has the not only microwave, but also the convection oven. So for those of you that want to be able to bake cookies while you're on the road, you can do that. So this is, again, not just a microwave, it's also a convection oven, and then the induction cooktop. So a little more bougie. And then here, as I mentioned earlier, this is that deadbolt. So you can actually lock this and this, and then nobody can get in here when your door is open. So you can have this door completely open, and then have this completely locked, and no one could get into your coach if you wanted to be able to leave that door open at night for the fresh air. So I really like that feature. Again, both of these have the Carefree awning outside, with the ability to have your fire pit with your Quick Connect for your propane. The removable propane tanks are just a huge benefit to both of these coaches. Both of these coaches have adaptive cruise control. So in the case of Mercedes-Benz, circa 2002, 2003, they actually came out with something called Distronic. It was the first, and they copyrighted it. It was the first automatic driving cruise control available in the marketplace. And they have that still. It's been in manufactured production for a long time. It makes for a really nice driving experience. This is with the seat turned around. And you'll see in here, we're gonna be able to fit quite a few people for dinner. So pretty nice feature. Both of these coaches are gonna have fantastic LED high performance headlights. Both of them are gonna have nice black alloy rims, turn signals in the mirrors. And again, the integrated rear view mirror replaces, in this case, what is the lane tracking package, but this actually has an active lane monitoring system that will bring you back into the lane. So if you start to drift, this coach will actually correct for you. So maybe a little bit more along the lines of what you're used to having in any of your more advanced driver's assistance packages. Again, just a little more bougie, but as you can see, this looks like a totally different RV, and it's not. This is the table. So this table is removable. It moves all over the place. You can really get it wherever you like it. You can have a lot of people here. You could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people probably around the table for dinner. And then Nick, I'm gonna let you go ahead and just pop up top. Not very different in terms of the overall space of the pop top. So, you know, this is again 85 inches deep, 51 inches wide, plenty of room. And then I did take the liberty of just changing a few little things out here. So I've got this set up for the shower instead of the toilet area. And again, this is the Juniper exterior with graphics delete and the Juniper interior. So it's nice to be able to show you all of the exteriors, all of the interiors, coaches with dual lithium batteries, coaches with a gas generator, coaches with a diesel generator. No coach has a diesel generator. Coaches with an LP generator. So all of the different things that you have available to you in the product. So again, this Mercedes-Benz Spreco has become very, very popular for people, again, that are looking for something a little more off-road, a little more outdoorsy. This coach is going to be a little more high off the ground, which means you're not going to have that same, you know, precise handling. I would definitely encourage you not to make a decision as to which one you want without actually test driving. I think that that's a really important thing that you can do as a consumer. Both of these chassis are really, really nice. They have the same water capacity, the same gray water, the same black water, the same refrigeration. A little more solar again on this Mercedes-Benz chassis, but all in all, very, very similar configurations available to you on a really wonderful product that's kind of revolutionized how people camp. I mean, this is the coach that you can take, since all of them are all-wheel drive. You know, you can get first chair up in Breckenridge or A-Basin. You know, you can do it all in the Mercedes-Benz EKKO or a Ford Transit EKKO. I hope that this has kind of helped you to see some of the differences that you have. I know so much more. There's so much more to cover, but I hope that I've given you a little illumination on why you might want to buy one of these for yourself, which one might be right for you. Of course, you can always reach out and find me at 303-562-8659. My name is Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in very warm, sunny Frederick, Colorado. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and let me know how I can get you on the road and camping.